Welcome back, friends, and gather round for episode 12 of Simply Walking into Mordor. Special welcome if this is your first time watching the series. Glad you could join us. And as always, my name is Nauglir, and we are going to continue our questing. So Nauglir, you're going to have to get off your bench, mate. We're going to have to begin questing and, get to what we were planning to do today, which is help out this fellow here called Adso Haybank. If you remember from last episode, Adso here is trying to build an inn on the road, and the brigands that we've been interacting with over the last couple of episodes have been interrupting the flow of goods to his work site and also are interrupting the supply of food. So we're going to help out with this issue.
Hello?
Hello? Grimbar could said no one else. Oh, dearie me. Yes, we will definitely be more help than anyone else the Chief Watcher sends. Oh, now you want me to stay. Okay. Well, we're going to go check out Bill Ferny's house. Okay. Bring the satchel to Bill Ferny by night, or ring the bell to summon Ferny or his assistant. Okay, so we're going to the house. It is daytime at the moment. As you can see up here, it's morning, and it's in 6 minutes, it'll be noon. So, we are off to Bill's house, and it's right here. And that is because Bill is apparently the guy in charge of these brigands. So ring the bell. And here he is, Bill Ferny, the man himself.
What is this world coming to?
Soon Sharky's men will have all of Bree well in hand. Okay, so Adso is paying Bill Ferny to keep the flow of goods coming to his work site. But Bill is not so sure that the payments will be enough. So we might have to do something about him. Alright, back to Adso. Tell him our mission is successful. We've delivered the payment to Bill Ferny, and hopefully work should be able to continue.
What do you need?
Yes, another payment. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to help the people around this area. He wants us to defeat some brigands. Perhaps get some payments from them, but he doesn't think there's any other way to get rid of them other than to fight them off. So he sent us off to fight them. And we are going to collect some boar heads for Roger Hawkling. Apparently he makes a very nice meal out of the heads of boars, which I think is a bit weird, but you know, each their own.
Will you give me a moment of your time,
I can give you a moment of your time. Of my time. Also, we're going to collect some coin purses and workers' tools because they have been stealing them. The brigands have been stealing them from the workers here. So we're going to collect them. So off we go into the Bree fields, away from Adso's camp, and we're going to find some boars to kill. We've got our new bow. We can begin engagements from a distance. Actually, now that I see that we'll be engaging one at a time for a bit, we might get into our single target mode. Oh, we've been stunned. What an unfortunate miss? What was I going to say? What an unfortunate occurrence. Alright, here we go. Oh, I forgot to get into our single target. Trait line. You can't change trait lines whilst you're in combat, so once we are in combat with this boar, we cannot actually get into a different trait line. Alright, now we can get into our red line. Okay. So, all the boars that we see we've got 2 boar heads so far. It's a good start. Here we are with another boar. It'll go down much faster now that we're in our single target stance. Now, not all of the boars are going to drop boar heads. It just seems to be a bit of RNG there. And so, we've got to hope that the gods of RNG can help us out here, but it didn't look like it with that one. Okay, we've been knocked down again. These boars really like to stun us. It's not a fun time. Tell you what. We've got our buff here. That gives Remorseless Strike a critical chance from every blade strike that we use. And so the more blade strikes we use on the way up, the more strike skills we use on the way up to Remorseless Strike, the more critical chance it has. And it can get up to 25%, as you can see there. It expires if we're out of combat for 9 seconds, so unfortunately we didn't get to this board just quick enough. We can build it up a little bit and see if it crits. It did, there we go. So that could be a good strategy for us when we are fighting single target, we can build up this Emboldened Blades buff to tier 5. So it should be tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and then it should be tier 5 now if we can find another target quick enough before our buff runs out. There we go. Yep, we're on tier 5. So now we've just got to get the fervor up, and we should be able to have a much higher chance of critting with Remorse Strike. There we go. And level 19 all at the same time. Very good, very good. Okay, well, level 19, we've got some things to do. We've got ourselves a new skill, and it's called Wrath of the Firstborn. I'm just going to put it up here for now. It's grayed out at the moment, and we can't use it because it requires a specific trait to be equipped. Now that seems a bit odd. If we're just leveling up, surely we could use the skill. But this is actually a special type of skill. It's a racial skill. So only High Elves have access to this skill, and they get it when they're level 19, as we just saw. We also unlock this trait, the Wrath of the Firstborn. Now, I don't think we've gone over race traits before. Basically, every race has 9 traits that they unlock doing various things. Some Slayer deeds. Sometimes you become friend with a faction, I think. Where is it? I'm missing it. This one, Virtuous High Elf. You get some virtue points if you are a friend with the Galathrim in Lothlorien. They get a return skill, so we can travel to Karas Galathon in Lothlorien after we finish this deed. And they get a couple of other skills to use, and some passive bonuses like extra light damage or extra damage with swords, which is going to be extremely helpful for us, the extra sword damage. So, one of these, as we saw, was unlocked just by leveling to level 19. And we just equip this like any other trait, so like the virtue traits or the race traits. We can have 5 of these 9 equipped at any time, and just like the virtues, the slots unlock as we go. But I don't think we'll have any issue with having too many race traits unlocked. And there's some fairly useful ones. This one in particular, plus 10% out of combat run speed. Very helpful. This one is a fellowship bonus, so very useful when we're grouping. Plus 5% damage for 10 seconds for every member of the fellowship within 15 meters. That is extremely helpful in group situations, and I think it's one of the best racial traits in the game when they added this high elf race. But we leveled up to level 19 as well, and that means we have another trait point to spend. So I think we will get another point into attack duration. Get that in there. And we'll switch over to our Area of Effect mode, and I think we'll get extra numbers of targets. Yeah, I think that's what we'll level up first, because it means we'll be able to fight more people at once, which is exactly what we want. For right now, though, we're going to fight some more. We're going to fight some brigands. We've come to Old Sweetgrass Farm, and so we're going to try and collect up a few at a time here. Maybe just 2 to start off with. Another reason we're leveling up that targets trait is that at max rank we will unlock Swift Blade instead of Swift Strike. Okay. So what just happened there, that little bonus that just came up for us, we gained some reputation. It seems like we get some reputation points. Oh, we completed Brigand Slayer Advance. We completed a deed there. So we have deed completed, find an Eriador in Breland. We completed Brigand Slayer Advance, which gave us 700 reputation. Now, along with that came enough reputation to complete our standing with the Men of Bree. So now we are acquaintance level with them. We're 100 points into it, but we've gotten 10,000 reputation points with the Men of Bree. So now we have increased our standing to the acquaintance level. And I think actually we might have... Yeah, we get a title for this, known through Bree. That's very useful. And I think if we look, friend to the Men of Bree, the next one, if we get to friend status, we get a travel discount with all Breeland Stable Masters. That's quite useful. And so we'll definitely be working towards that just by virtue of doing the quests here in Breeland. Okay. Here we are, grabbing some more enemies for us to slay and grab their coin purses and work tools that they've been stealing. Okay, this one just running away. There we go. We've defeated 4 out of 12, and we need some more workers' tools still. That's fine. Let's get all these 4 at once. Use our area of effect skills to their full effect. Alright, the bow being very useful there. Start off with a Raging Blade. Take a big chunk of their damage. Get some rend on them. and get them down with Blade Storm. There we go. Okay, let's quickly switch into our single target mode and kill this boar. Get him down here as soon as we're up from being stunned. Okay. That is one of the bonuses. A couple of years ago, the developers of the game, they changed how traits work. So your class traits, which is our trait trees there, they used to work similar to virtues in that you would have specific ones to choose from, and you would equip 7 of them at any one time, and they would give specific bonuses to different skills. And lots of people liked that that system. I liked it. I thought it gave you more customization options, let you be more flexible with how you want to play. But this new system, the trait tree system, has benefits for different reasons, and one of those is definitely switching quickly on the fly. Because back in the day, you could not switch your trait lines unless you were at a special NPC, which you could find in most major towns, called a bard. You couldn't actually switch your traits at all unless you were back at the bard. So having these different trait lines and different builds that we can set up on the go is quite helpful for different situations. Looks like we're coming up in our last... Oh, that was our last one. Oh, well, we'll kill this extra one as well. No harm in killing an extra brigand, I say. Okay, he's running away though. Alright, there we go. So, we've got 5 more boar heads to collect. And this can be a bit of a painful quest. So if I find that we're just looking for boars for ages, I might edit this out, but until we find each boar. But I think we should be okay. There are quite a few around. Sometimes it can be a bit of a pain because they don't always drop a head. And they keep stunning you. And that's not fun. But he's gone with ease. 6 out of 10. Got another boar down here. Use our bow to grab him. Maybe we should use challenge to start getting that deed up. Alright, keep using all of our skills. Keep progressing our class deeds. Get towards those trait points, which are so valuable. Okay, just looking around for another boar here. There's one. That's good. Grabbing with our bow. Begin that fight. It comes to us. Yep, and keep using these skills. Okay, alright. We've got a boar here as well. I thought it was just 2 bears, but here we are. Let's use that challenge skill again. It's a bit of a loud yell, but that's alright. It's stunned again. Soon we'll get a skill where we can break out of that stun. And soon we'll get a skill that actually lets us stun the enemies as well, which will be a bit of payback for us. But at the moment, there's really nothing much we can do. Alright, looks like there's plenty of boars around here, which is great to see. Let's use Remorseless Strike. Oh, he evaded the attack. Still got damaged quite a bit. That's the thing about evading and parrying and blocking. The avoidances in these games, as they're called, is just evading or parrying or blocking. You can either fully evade, which is just a complete avoid, no effect of the attack occurs, or you can partially avoid, so you can partially evade, partially parry, or partially block, which means that a portion of the total damage is applied to the enemy. And so you can still do a bit of damage even if they manage to evade you. Alright, these are pretty pointless for us. We're not really into crafting at the moment, so just take any of them to sell for gold.
And hear me out.
Alright, we're going to kill some wolves for Roger Hawkling as well. Yep, he wants us to repel the threat of wolves and bring their pelts back as evidence. Okay, we've been working quite hard on this building, and it's thirsty work, but our water supply is running low. Okay, so we're going to go find some water in the Old Forest. Now, people don't really like going into the Old Forest. It's a bit scary, but we are going to go in because we are brave.
Hello.
Alright, yes, we have killed some brigands now, and it's too late to stop this
Might I
turn of
speak with you
events.
a moment?
Okay, before we run off, he wanted to ask for another favor. There's another lot of brigands that have taken off with his goods. Okay, so we're gonna take care of all them and collect them.
Stay a moment.
And the leader of them is Dirk Hawthorne, so we are going to defeat him and do that for Adso. Finally, our last quest to hand in.
Friend.
Yep, we've got all the coin purses and workers' tools back. There you go. And now we're
Do
going
something for
to
me?
get some nails. Okay, so the brigands are even taking their nails. And we need some wood. We can get tough vines from these little roots in the old forest. And we can use them to bind, apparently. They can be used to bind the joins they need instead of the nails, which is a bit fascinating. Not a very common building practice, I would imagine, but I suppose it'll do. So in we go to the old forest. Now this is a bit of a dark and evil place, as you can tell by the music change there. And the atmosphere is going to change around us as well to be a bit more creepy and just a bit more suspicious and dangerous, but that's alright. We are in here for a job, and we found some of these roots, so here we go. Got some roots to slay. They're quite weak, and so getting these tough vines should not be much of an issue. Let's start this fight off with a remorseless strike. Almost finish him off in one blow there. Alright. We go with some more wolves. There's some wolves right at the entrance, which is quite helpful. Build up that fervor. Use our brutal strike skill. There we go. Okay, down to this forest hunter. This old forest is, of course, you've read the books. This is the forest which the hobbits travelled through during their road from Buckland to Bree. And this is where they met Tom Bombadil, who we actually might have the pleasure of meeting soon in our epic storyline. But for now, we're just in here doing some tasks for Adso and his camp of workers, looking to get this inn built on the road. Okay, we've done enough wolves now, so we can just focus on these roots and then work our way towards the spring. There we go, brought that down. It's a bit of overkill there. We've been wounded by one of the wolves, which is a tad annoying, but we'll survive. Okay, it's gone now. These bats, we don't need the bats at all. Okay. Here we are in the Angerwood. This is a quite dangerous place, as even the trees around us will kill us. I'll just kill one of them to show you how powerful they are. These are signature level creatures. Although if you crit... how much damage did we do there? A devastating strike, 605 damage. That will deal with the tree pretty quickly. So don't have to worry too much if we manage to devastate our remorseless strike hit. But these are formidable opponents. So if we just take them on one at a time, we should be fine. I think we do get vines from them. And there's a deed around killing these as well, called the Breland Woodsman, to defeat the evil trees. There we are. Taken down. More vines, more vines. We run deeper into the forest. Go. Quite a few vines to collect still. Just almost at halfway. Now, we're getting to a point where we could leave Breland, but I'm going to definitely continue the epic story. So once we've finished kind of leveling up here a bit, we're going to continue our epic story. If you remember, we are up to finding Lengland, who was one of the rangers that we assisted. The lag there. It's one of the rangers that we assisted when we fought Amdir and Skorgrim. And he is out searching for the other Nazgul. If you remember, we only saw 5 of them at that encounter. And so Strider is wondering where the other 4 are. So he's scouting out, looking for these other Nazgul. So we might help him quite soon, perhaps in the next episode, and continue the story. Because I think we might actually hit level 20 this episode. We're progressing quite quickly. And level 20, that'll be quite a momentous time. There's lots of things that get unlocked at level 20 and lots of different paths you can take. So, be some decision times. Alright. As we get these last couple of vines from these trees and roots, might just discuss where I'm thinking we'll go with Nauglir and his character. What I'm really planning to do is, at this point, go through the epic story, make sure we don't miss any of the epic story, because I do want to let you guys experience all of that. It's well written, in my opinion. It's a really nice supplementary story to the story of the Fellowship of the Ring, and then, of course, later books as we continue through Lord of the Rings Online. I find it quite enjoyable to play through and kind of be behind the scenes in the action, and yeah, it lets you really experience it from a different perspective. And so we'll definitely play through all of that, and we'll see that story unfold. But other than that, we will just level in these zones and not necessarily play them all out to their fullness. So once we hit level 20 here, I am planning to just continue the epic until we're ready to go off to the next zone. So we'll continue our epic until we can no longer, and then we'll go off to the next zone. We won't do any more of Breland after we hit level 20 here. But we found the spring. We found this fresh spring here. And who is it standing next to it but Goldberry herself? Goldberry, of course, the wife of Tom Bombadil, the River Daughter. And no one really knows who Goldberry is, but she's going to give us a bucket of spring water, and we're going to carry it back to Adso's camp for us. For him. Yeah, no one really knows who Goldberry is, but she definitely has been around for a long time, whether she's an elf or a spirit of some kind, but yeah, it's a bit mysterious in the books. She's not even mentioned in the movies, but in the books, yeah, she is a bit of an enigma, and the game doesn't really shed much light on her either. Oh, well, we've just got a bit of a run ahead of us because we're carrying this water. And we can't get on our horse while we're carrying this bucket, apparently. Got a lot of deeds to find in Breland. As we get a bit higher in level, we might want to find some deeds to do, keep our virtue points progressing. As you can see, we're still only on level 1 for most of these virtues, which is not a big problem, but they are worth getting up there because they do give quite a lot of bonuses. And so we might devote some episodes to just working on those deeds, chuck an accelerator on and just kill some, go hunt some specific animals for half an hour and, yeah, just chat to you guys, maybe do some Q&As or something like that. But that's for a later date. Right now, we're just going to level up and, yeah, get a bit more experience in this world. Yeah, as I was saying before, we're going to go through the zones basically as we level. So we're not going to really finish the story here in Breland. Let me know, of course, if you want to do otherwise, but we will do the epic story wherever it happens, and we'll follow that around. And we'll just do quests kind of around that, yeah, to supplement our leveling as we go up. All right. So we have brought the water back to Graham Larkspur, and he will thank us for our troubles. And we can see if we've got some items that he might give us that might be useful to us, and they're not really at all. In fact, all of these are trash, so we're just going to take the two-handed axe as it is worth the most. Good reputation experience, though. Alright, so yeah, we've got the wolf pelts for Roger Hawkling, and he's going to give us a reward. Monetary experience. Some more money with that trash stuff there. Let's check that our inventory isn't getting too clogged. Might clean that out in between this episode and the next.
Hello there.
Alright, got some rewards from Buckley Shepherd. And now, off to paying bills. We're going to clean up these brigands who are over here and deal with them and steal back what is rightfully Adso's. They've stolen it from him, and so we're going to just take it back. So here they are. We're going to switch into our area of effect mode, which dismounts us from our horse, unfortunately, but that's alright. We'll yell at this one. We'll run in here, and there's quite a few enemies here for us to fight. So here we are. The battle is joined. 5 targets. Perfect for our Raging Blades and our Blade Wall. And we've managed to defeat them before they're running away. Okay, we've got them all. Very good. Aha. Okay, so that was only 3 goods we got from that. Well, let's find some more. Lots of enemies here. This could be not as good as I was hoping. Quite a few of them attacking us at once. That's alright. Let's get through this. Perhaps we'll have to use our bracing attack skill. It's okay, there we go. And bracing attack, that gives us a bit of a heal. Finishes off that enemy. And we can defeat this bowman at the same time. Okay, that was a bit close. Those extra guys walking around are a bit of a trouble. Okay, here we go. Here's Dirk Hawthorne. And also a lieutenant and another group. So let's fight them all here at once. Use our Raging Blade skill. Hopefully do some really decent damage. That took down some of them. And we should be okay here. Yes, we've taken them all down. Alrighty. And we've just got one more piece of goods to pick up. And it's right here. So that's very handy for us. Okay, back to Adso. Oh, that was pretty intense. Pretty fast-paced combat there. I'm glad that we could have some of that in this episode. It's always exciting. Living a bit on the edge, still recovering from our health. Our out of combat health regeneration is still quite slow, so it takes a bit for us to recover from fights like that. That's alright. So, back to Adso. We've got some quests to hand in for him. Paying bills. Yep,
Hello.
we got all of your goods back, Adso. You're welcome. And
What
also,
do you need?
we've defeated Dirk Hawthorne. Okay, what have you got for us to do next? Defeat
Might I have a
Brunmore.
word with you?
Okay, so apparently Brunmore, who is Bill Ferny's henchman, is going to be after Adso, after the things that we've done against Bill Ferny. And so we're going to go defeat Brunmore. And also Roger Hawkling has another quest for us.
And hear me
He wants us
out.
to collect bear pelts to keep warm because winter is on the way. Okay, we can do that. So we're going to ride up. Brunmore is just off to the left over there. And there are bears on the way, but there are lots of bears in a little bear den over here, so right near Brunmore. So we're going to go over to the bear den, and then we are going... Yeah, so we'll collect our 10 pelts of the bear den, and then we'll go defeat Brunmore. And hopefully that will tide us over to level 20, which will give us lots of exciting options for the next couple of episodes. Yes, there lots and lots indeed. So that will be quite exciting for us. Hitting level 20. Okay, here we are at the bear den. So, what else to do but to collect a bunch of bears for us to defeat. Challenge that one. We'll shoot this one with a bow. And we'll get these two as well, I think. Maybe with a rend, we can collect them both up. There we are. Okay, and we'll Raging Blades. Oh, we've been stunned. That's not great for our health. There we go. We've got them all on us now. Doing some damage. We're doing some damage. We have to keep going. I can't stop in these sorts of fights because the more enemies you kill, the less damage you'll take, and the longer you'll survive. Alright. Over here looks like quite a few bears. We only got 3 pelts from those 5 bears. It's not great. Maybe we can just build up some fervor on this juvenile bear here and get some health back with bracing attack. That can be useful. Okay, good. Here we go. We've still got some fervor left for a Raging Blade to do heaps of damage to these bears even before they knew we were going to attack them. And they're down already. We're up to 6 pelts. Okay. Getting there. Raging Blade here. Even if it's just one target. Okay. And we're up to 7, so let's see. Hopefully we can get enough from these 3. If not, that's alright. There are more bears around. Bears are plenty. Raging Blades, I love that skill. It's so powerful, so fun to use. The sound is so satisfying as well. Just that shing shing sound that you get from the Raging Blades. Alright, well, we've collected enough bear pelts. You see the ticker trying to catch up to us. There we go, 10 out of 10. And that means we are ready to go and face Brunmore. And of course, he is protected by his cronies, but we can deal with them. No worries at all. Let's challenge that one. Calling the bowman over to us as well. That was a bit unfortunate. We're going to fight over here at this bowman and defeat them. Use our Battle Frenzy skill. Get us some fervor. Bring down these warriors. She'll follow us, hopefully. Yeah, here she comes. Got a bit of a bleed on her, so she'll go down. Yep, goes down with that Raging Blade. Wonderful. Okay, just going to switch into our single target, because Brumor is a single enemy. He's a boss at the end of this camp. Just pick off this bowman quickly, bring him down, and here we're ready to fight Brumor himself. He's got 676 health, and we bring him down with a single strike. Oh, we did, but then he healed himself. That is cheating if you ask me. We did 800 damage to him. How can you survive that? It's impossible. Alright, that's alright. We'll do it again. Another relentless, remorseless strike, and we brought him down. Okay. A bit disappointing that we didn't get to kill him there with that 800 damage hit. But that's okay. We will have plenty more enemies to slay in one shot with that remorseless strike combo. Alright, well, as we ride back to Adso's camp to hand in these quests, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, definitely we'll hit level 20 with the hand in of these quests. That is going to be all from me today, guys. We're coming up on half an hour. In fact, I think we're past half an hour. And that is going to be all for today. So if it's your first time watching, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video. And to everyone else, yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Make sure if you're new, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, and leave a comment. If you have any suggestions about how you want the playthrough to go, make sure you leave a comment as we hand in these last couple of quests. So close to level 20, and here we go, hitting that big waypoint that unlocks a lot of opportunities for our character. We're going to hit these leggings, equip them, and hit level 20. There we go. Well, I think we will explore what it means to be level 20 next episode. Yes, as I was saying, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with another episode of Simply Walking into Mordor. Mac's just going to run through us there. Alright, as I said, yep, this is Nauglir, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be, yeah, signing off. So, catch you guys tomorrow.